hope you guys enjoyed that intro. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over the Crusader TEMP556. So I picked this guy up about 90 days ago and I've been enjoying it every single day, guys. I was in the market for another rifle and I didn't want to go the standard direct impingement route AR-15 that a lot of us go to. I wanted something just a little bit different, so I did my due diligence of searching and I came across this guy, the Crusader Arms TEMP556. Now, of course, it didn't come how you guys see it. I obviously added some parts here and there, and we'll go over those parts here in the video soon, but let's just admire this thing for a second, guys. Check that out. I take this guy out to the range with me just about any time I go out, and I always get this question: hey, is that a scar? So no, it's not a scar, but this thing do have similar features. Internally, it is working off of a piston-driven system similar to the Sig MCX and the SCAR. I'll make my way up here to the front. We have our 5.56 NATO free-floating barrel with my key mod. Who did I go with?
A few moments later.
Dead Air. I went with Dead Air and I opted for their key mount for their Dead Air Sandman K. That's the one. So I'll be waiting a few more months for that guy to come in. Nonetheless, here I threw on some Magpul bipod legs, and those definitely come in handy. Again, another Magpul grip to kind of help control this thing. Not saying that it is uncontrollable. Is actually pretty nice of a shooter, but for some of the trainings that I do, some of the events that I go to, this guy actually comes in handy when sending rounds downrange, of course. Here I went with the Anarchy Outdoors Penguin grip. And man, this is a nice grip. I like the fact that they have this thumb rest here, so that actually helps, again, while I'm out training and downrange, sending rounds. That guy right there, one of my favorite parts. Now, it actually came with this ACR style stock. I don't have any bad complaints about the stock. Is actually nice. It functions. So that's that on that. Let's flip this guy around. Everything about this rifle, for the most part, is ambidextrous. So we have our ambidextrous selective fire switch here from safe to semi. We have our H&K style charging handle. I love this guy. This was a very, very, very nice idea by Steve and the guys at Crusader to add this guy on there. And I say that because, one, it is non-reciprocating, so I like that. Two, I deal with H&Ks a lot. I deal with SCARs a lot, and this is just right on par with some of those big name guys. So nice. For the optic, I went with the Steiner T556, and this paired with the Crusader Arms TEMP556. Man, just a nice combination of rifle to optic. This optic get me out to 700 easy. This rifle wants to punch out to 700 easy. So this is definitely one of my favorite pieces about this rifle. Gotta love that optic. Now the rest of these parts are just small asset parts. Again, we got Odin Works magazine release button here. Up front we have the TLR7 Streamlight, and I actually like the TLR7 Streamlight on this rifle because it actually squeezed in there so good on that 1913 Picatinny rail. My only issue was I couldn't find a pressure switch for the TLR7. So if you guys know where I could get a TLR7 pressure switch from, please drop it in the comments, because I would hate to get rid of this guy again because it just fits up there so perfect. Now, something that I almost missed was the collapsible butt stock when I was going over this ACR style stock, guys. So this guy do collapse to the side, and I found that useful traveling. Whenever I go to the airport and I'm packing this guy inside of my firearm carrying case, it fits in there so nice. So anytime I go to the range and want to toss this guy inside of one of my bags, it just squeezes in there nice every time. So Steve and the guys definitely were thinking when they made the stock a collapsible stock. So not only are you getting an ACR style stock, but it also collapsed like the ACR style stock, and it is actually useful. So that's pretty nice. Now the trigger system, I actually ordered this one with the mil-spec trigger. Nothing was wrong with the mil-spec trigger. I actually liked it, but I wanted something a little lighter. So I went with the Trigger Tech AR-15 trigger kit for this rifle. Now you can order this rifle with the Trigger Tech system already installed, but yeah, I know. So again, I did add my own Trigger Tech's trigger. So this guy is tuned to about 2.5 to 3 pounds. Nice. The reset, oh man, it's already on it. Nice. Again, 2.5, 3 pound trigger. So I know a lot of guys are going to say, well, hey, how come you didn't go with the SCAR, or why didn't you go with the Sig MCX piston system style firearms? And one of the deciding factors on that for me personally was that this rifle is interchangeable with a lot of the AR-15 platform parts. So again, we can go down to the trigger system. This guy fits standard AR-15 trigger system. The stock is interchangeable with AR-15 style stocks. Even the grip, you can switch that guy out with AR-15 parts. So you wouldn't get that luxury going with a SCAR or a Sig MCX. Those guys have parts that are solely for those platforms. So again, the deciding factor for me was that a lot of parts on this guy, not saying every single part, but a lot of parts are interchangeable with AR-15 direct impingement parts. So that was the deciding factor for me overall to go ahead and grab one of these guys. And again, this is the 556 version. They also have a 308 version that they just came out with, and I am so impressed by this guy. I am looking forward to getting the Crusader 308 version for sure. So again, let's just give you guys a 360 of my Crusader TEMP556. Nice. Now, enough talking. I've been shooting this guy for the past 3 months, so I got tons of footage of this guy in action. So let's jump into it.